Our meetings in Washington, D.C. and headed towards in front of the Capitol for our next event.
We'll keep fighting with everything in us. Healthcare is a right, not a privilege. Healthcare is a right, not a privilege. Healthcare is a right.
Hot.
It is hot.
It is hot.
Save our Medicare. Medicare.
There you go, girl.
Good, how are you? With you. I agree. 1,000%. We need it.
So come join us.
It's like wearing us out. It's like walk here, walk there,
I know.
walk here, walk there.
You're getting your steps in today.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you'll sleep on the train dock. That's that.
Water strike action against Governor Abbott in Texas, what he's doing against workers. So we're just going to gather here for a moment, stop changing, catch our breath. Or I'll let you know you can't bring your signs onto the steps. Not on the steps, but on the leave them on the side. Okay. I just
Signs on the sidewalk.
yeah, you can just hold them. Put them in the air.
Hold your signs, don't put them in the air.
No, don't bring them on the steps.
Not on the steps. Yeah.
Can we do this right here? Like this?
Just can't bring it on the steps. Okay, thank you.
They don't like eating steps.
Not the steps.
Very good.
Hi everybody.
Hello.
Thank you all for being out here. I know some of you, but not all of you. I'm Greg Kassar. I'm a new member of Congress representing the heart of Texas from San Antonio up to Austin. And what y'all are fighting for is the same thing that we're out here having this event for, which is the belief that healthcare is a human right. It is not a privilege. And that we need to put people and their lives above corporate profits. All right.
Yes.
So I am about to enter the 7th hour of a hunger and thirst strike. No food, no water, no break coming off of the Capitol steps because the governor of Texas just eliminated water break laws in Texas. Basically eliminated workers' right to take a break from work. And he did that because it was big corporate lobbyists' top priority, so he made it his priority. In the same way that big companies' priority is to profit off of healthcare instead of taking care of each other. And so in the same fight against Medicare disadvantage, in the fight for Medicare for all, we're also for living wage for all, and water breaks for all, and safe workplaces for all, and fair housing with decent rent for all people. And that's why I was so happy to see y'all come marching down. Instead of quieting down, I was thinking maybe we could go. But I just thank each of you. And I know some of you all have stories about how so-called Medicare Advantage, Medicare Disadvantage has delayed or denied you, and I'm really happy to hear any of that because we have workers here who have gone without water, and I think many of y'all have also struggled with these not as good health plans as real Medicare, so I'd be happy to.
Yeah, Marianne, do you want to say a little bit about why we're here?
Sure.
Marianne's one of our leaders from New York City.
No, it's all right. Yeah, possible.
I'll speak to you.
Yeah, I'm here all day until the nurses start.
I'll speak to you. My name is Jen Coffey. I'm from New Hampshire, and I'm a former EMT. And I got breast cancer, and now I have CRPS, complex regional pain syndrome. It's the most painful disease in medicine. I don't know how I ended up on a United Healthcare Medicare disadvantage plan, but they won't cover the treatments that keep me alive. They won't take care of the medicines that I need. The one doctor in my state who does the treatment to treat my rare disease, they're calling him out of network. They've even gone so far as to allow me to, I got my mammogram recently done at Dana-Farber Hospital, and half my bill is in network and half my bill is out of network for the one mammogram. I'm here to make sure that nobody else goes on a Medicare Advantage plan like what I'm stuck on, because I don't want them to get hurt. I don't want them to survive. I don't want them to have to fight to stay alive like I do.
Thank you for sharing your story, and we are in statistics where each activist, when we speak up and we push, and so it's meaningful to me, or it reminds me why we need to keep pushing so hard this issue. We need to push everybody else to get something done. So thank you guys.
Thank you, Jen.
Thank you guys. We'll be here on the steps all day, and so we'll be here supporting y'all.
Hi, I'm Marianne Pizzatola. I'm with the New York City Retirees. I am president of the NYC Organization of Public Service Retirees. Our organization is here for several reasons. One, we have been fighting for the last 2 years from being forced into Medicare Advantage plans against our will, being forced off of our traditional Medicare and our city supplement. Our health care comes from our employer, City of New York. And unfortunately, as retired union, our former unions and the City of New York, our former employer, have agreed to auto-enroll us into Medicare Advantage plans, taking us off of our Medicare. Several of the people here are under 65 and disabled. Some are World Trade Center survivors, some are World Trade Center responders, and they live all over the country, not just in New York. So we have retirees in many states. Some states, for example, I have a retiree who lives in the state of Arizona. She is under 65 years old and she is disabled. Because she is under 65, if she wanted to stay on her traditional Medicare, she would have to purchase a supplement on the marketplace like every other American would that is not a group plan. Unfortunately, her state does not offer her the ability to stay on a Medigap plan because she's under 65. So she would only have the protection of Medicare, which covers her first 80%. She would not have a protection for the last 20%. She cannot purchase a supplemental plan in the state of Arizona, and it's not the only state that is. The other issues are if you're over 65 and you're not in a state with guarantee issue, which those are for Maine, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and New York, you would have to undergo underwriting. So what over 65-year-old, and there's not many that doesn't have a pre-existing condition at this point. And we know that most of us who have disabilities, or those of us who have chronic conditions, that our conditions are going to get worse. And so Medicare Advantage has prior authorizations, wrongful delays and denials of our care. They have narrowed networks. They don't have to, for our specific plan, the contract reads that Aetna only has to make sure that they have a coverage for the network of 51% of the members of that group. That means that the other 49% doesn't have to be in the network, would be going through pre-visit qualifications, which is another word for pre-authorizations, all my P's. but it's a diminishment of our healthcare benefit, and so that's why we're here, is to try to raise the issue of wrongful delays and denials of care, prior authorizations, and then our situation in New York is being auto-enrolled into these plans against our will.
Well, thank you all so much for what y'all are doing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay. All right. So thank you so much for having us so much. All right, folks. So we are gonna. You can either stand on the steps. Thank you so much, Representative Kassar. You can either stand on the steps for a few minutes, or you could go ahead. The House Triangle is right over here. There's a little bit of shade and some benches to sit down in. And I think we either have water there or we're trying to get water over there. So our group, we should keep going. Yeah, let's go ahead and keep
Get out in the sun is a better idea.
There we go.
No, I'm good. Keeps my muscles.
Yeah, you wrote stuff in.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Come on.
Yeah, these are my people.
I know.
These are my people. Wait a minute.
I'm Jeff from the Center for Medicare Advantage. Hi, these are my colleagues from the Center for Medicare.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Yes, we're always retweeting.
Are we? Great.
Yes.
Thank you.
Great to see you.
You're coming with us?
Yes.
Perfect. I feel like I'm melting. As long as I got battery. A battery? I don't know if you got your battery. I do somewhere. It is warm. I feel like I'm melting. I know.
Yeah, but at least the sun's not fully out.
Yes. Say hi, Michelle.
Hi, I'm somewhere else.
So it's hotter than Hades out here.
It's been hotter. So
we are going to our next press event here in D.C. Trying to find some shade.
in Charleston area. Okay. Are you from New York as well?
No.
Oh, where are you from?
I live here, but
Oh, okay.
from Vermont.
Okay.
Hey everyone, get closer into the shade.
I know, I didn't know.
No, we're progressive.
Yeah.
That's all here. In fact, I was over here at the press conference and Bernie was walking by. And I was like, Bernie,
Come to us.
I was like, West Virginia needs you. And he stopped dead in his tracks and he turned around and was like, you're absolutely right. I was like,
He said, you go be it.
this is like, it's hell. It's supposed to be almost heaven.
You okay?
Yep. I just had a little too much.
That's okay. Hang out. Come into the shade. Come on. Into the shade. Do you need to sit?
Need candy or something?
I just want to get through.
Come into the shade. Come
You
on.
are dry. You need to. She needs,
to drink. Keep drinking water.
I know it might make you pee, but you're very dry. You're not that. Yeah. You got some Gatorade or something? Got some Gatorade?
Does Lita, is that empty?
All right, let's get her sit down.
Can someone get her, can you guys scoot over and let her sit down for a second? I'll get it. Go sit. I want you to go sit.
Have Sue get up for a second.
Go sit. Sue!
Yeah.
Can you move towards the bench? Come on.
Do we want to go ahead and get her over to Union Station where it's air conditioned?
Where's Union Station?
Let's it's 10 minutes. We could get a cab.
Michelle.
Where's the water? Who else needs water?
climate stuff, you said? They have a little Gatorade on them. What didn't Lila had a bag of Gatorade?
I drank one in my bag.
I'm like, some of those actually.
You would have been, you lived in Minnesota. Does she need to get into air conditioning or is she doing okay?
Yeah,
Body tired.